Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to Echo Master League. As you can see here, we got a really good game for you all that could potentially, keyword potentially, shake up the standings for finals. Because if 11.5 loses here, they will, I believe, no, they won't drop out. Never mind. They have a lot of MMR. But if the whooping is bad enough, there is a chance for 11.5 to drop out of that top 8 spot and potentially have Milk2 take over a spot. But at the moment, we actually are waiting on both these teams to ready up. We're hoping to see the best because this could be a bracket shaker here for the for finals that are coming up next week. But anyways, we have 11.5 Milk2 going head to head for y'all right here on Echo Master League. And here they come for the neutral joust. And here they go. It looks like 11.5 will actually win this headbutt joust. They're going to get it actually bounce off that right wall into the hands of Feels. Feels now on floor. They have 5 players. Whoa, that's not correct. But pass to Cole. Cole just missing it. Going to go off to the left just a bit there. Floating around, picked up here by Feels. Feels throwing to Baru. Baru with this now on Nugget, looking to avoid Paranem there. Gets stunned out and stolen. Stuffed by Paranem. Paranem looking for a potential reset here, actually, to the hands of Akon, who gets stolen by Baru. But it'll be Paranem quickly getting this disc back. Pass over to Akon. Akon now looking for a pass down to that trap area. Will miss, but gets picked up here by Feels. Feels throwing towards goal. Akon will be stunned out. Baru will pick up, and Baru for 3 to open up for Milk2. Or no, 11.5. My bad.
Nope. Good shot there by Baru there for the 3 to take it a 3-0 lead here. It's going to be a offensive joust for Milk2. See if they can put points up on the board here to tie it up or cut it to a 1-point lead. It is going to be Akon with a disc over to JMB. It's going to cross it over. Going to miss the pass. It's going to be picked up by the stack of 11.5. I don't know what happened there. It's going to be picked up by Paranem. Paranem with the disc now. It's going to dance around that carpet. Reset it to Akon. Akon's going to walk it up a little bit. Keep walking. No pressure whatsoever. Down the carpet for the 2 from Paranem.
Yeah. Everybody likes to talk about the way Paranem shoots. It's a very weird way to shoot. But apparently there's players that are making a joke around Quest 3 now having its own flick based on the way that Paranem throws, even though she is a CV1 player. But it looks like we are going to have a offensive joust here for 11.5. Their first one for the game. It will be John Fortnite with that disc throwing quickly over to Cole on right tunnel. And Cole looking for a wide open 3 and sinking that wide open 3. What a shot right there.
That's a good shot there. That's unfortunate for Milk2, though, to bring this lead to a 5? No.
It's a 4-point lead.
4-point lead. 4-point lead. Don't mind my math here, guys. But it's going to be a second offensive joust for Milk. It's going to be stunned by Cole. Cole's going to pick up this for the 3. It's going to cut it to a 6-point lead.
Be a 7-point lead here. Baru with that shot. Beautiful shot by Baru. Getting them out now up by 7. But it looks like we will have a timeout come in for I believe it might be, let me look on stream to see who took that timeout, and it will be Orange Team. It will be Milk2 taking the timeout kind of early. So back in the day, Akon and I believe Paranem were both on a team known as Anomaly back in season 4 and 5. Fun fact, back whenever the hype for that's story time, sorry, but back when Zenith the Last City, that MMORPG for VR or whatever, where everybody's like, oh my god, it's so exciting, there's a VR MMO coming out. I actually ran into, I believe it was one of the players from Anomaly. Me and Sweet Life were playing together on Zenith, and we ran into one of the players from Anomaly, and we hung out for a bit. It's a cool little experience that we got to get. But that's enough of me being old story time, you know? I was like 15 at the time, and I'm sitting here about to be 20. Geez, you never leave games that you really do enjoy, do you? But anyways, looks like their player will reconnect, actually. And I believe they're just going to take this time out here to get a kind of an idea or maybe some adjustments here that we could see potentially here from Milk2, even though they are down 7 here early in the first 3 minutes. We could see a change here. Hopefully we do, because I would like to keep this game close. You're right about that, Revoltra. They were all cool back in the day. But I believe 11.5 is actually here searching to continue their dominance into the top teams, as they did drop out of Master and they are looking to return to the bracket for finals this season. But it looks like we're finally going to unpause here, and it will be Milk2 with Disc now coming out for the offensive joust. Looks like it's going to be grabbed here by Akon 302, throwing it to that right tunnel into the hands of Captain Will, who gets stunned out and dropped. Paranym able to pick this one up. Paranym with Disc. Paranym going to try and get that one out of harm's way, but gets stunned out by Cole. Cole going to look to clear this one out and will do so into the hands of Baru. Baru now working down towards Flora. A little reset there. Nice little reset back to Cole. Cole going to throw this one up to Baru. Baru up to John Fortnite on Nest. John Fortnite gets stunned out, unfortunately, looking for a pass there. But it gets slapped out here. I believe that was Akon or Captain Will that slapped that one. It will be picked up, however, by John Fortnite, who goes for the clear, but gets picked up here by Baru. Baru's going to throw this one into Bubble. It will be picked up by Baru. A glorified self-pass there, with Captain Will able to get that one cleared out, avoiding that stack. It looks like Disc is going to be in Bubble here. It will be Paranym and Cole racing to get this one, but picked up instead by JMB. JMB to Akon. Akon for a 2 to cut that lead down to 5.
Good shot there. Good passes. Got the stun off there near the bubble for the clear. And now it's going to be a second offensive joust for 11.5 here of the night. It is going to be picked up by John Fortnite. Pass it over to Cole. Cole's gonna sit with it, waste time. Pass it over to Baru. Baru's gonna walk forward with it a little bit. No pressure. That back stack's gonna pressure a little bit. Reset to John Fortnite. That stack misses it. It's gonna be picked up by the back stack there. The bad clear. It's gonna free disc. Gonna be picked up by JMB. It's gonna pass it over to Paranym. Paranym gonna walk backwards, look for an open pass. Good juke there. Pass it over to Captain Will. Captain Will to stealing for Akon. Akon pass over to JMB for the 2.
And like that, we're down to a 1-score game. Seems like taking a moment to reanalyze the situation and changing up strategy is actually working out really well here for Milk2 so far. And it seems like it's been mostly offensive joust troubles on the end of 11.5 now. It will be John Fortnite with Disc. Gonna pass this one over left trap into the hands of Baru. Baru now gonna start working up that valley there. Just off the table, down into the valley. Looking for a pass over to Footley. Footley gets caught floating and does pass off to Cole, avoiding a potentially catastrophic loss there of possession. Looks to go for the pass, but will get picked up by Paranym. Paranym gonna kind of flick this one out all the way into the bubble of 11.5 now. It seems like we have a snail race to get this Disc. It will be JMB to get there, and JMB gets 3 to tie it up 9-9.
Very good shot by JMB there. Could have a shoot. Lost my train of thought there, but it'll be all right. Offensive joust for 11.5 is going to be picked up by John Fortnite. John Fortnite on the ceiling here. Almost gets stunned out by that front stack. Pass over to Cole. Cole's going to pass it over to Baru. Front stack coming back in. It's going to be missed pass to John Fortnite. It's going to bounce around. That front stack's going to try to get it. Panic clear from John Fortnite. It's going to be picked up by Paranym. Paranym's going to pass it over to Akon. Akon over to Captain Will for the 2.
Just an absolute storm back here from Milk2, getting able to answer 9 unanswered here so far since that timeout. It has come and worked super well for them, just taking that few minutes just to get a player back in, then taking a little extra time to reanalyze what's going on is very important. You have 5 minutes to use a timeout, so you might as well take all 5 to use it. It'll be John Fortnite throwing this one up to Cole, taking a much more cautious approach this time. But it'll be Cole getting chased by that stack, and here comes that stack that we've seen that's been really deadly so far this game with Akon and Paranym. It looks like they're gonna disconnect there a little bit. Will be Cole on Cloud. Throw up to Roof into the hands of Baru. And knowing Baru, he's gonna go for the pass off to John Fortnite. Not quite able to hit that one. It gets picked up here by Akon. Akon going for the clear and will get it. Bouncing just off Pac-Man onto the floor of 11.5. Looks like only one defender there in bubble. And Akon's just gonna walk that one in to put them up by 4.
That is a really good shot because that is it's very hard to save it as a goalie on a one-on-one situation. The offensive player there has a better chance of scoring than the goalie does of getting a save. It's going to be offensive joust for 11.5, picked up by John Fortnite. Pass it to Traps where Cole's going to pick it up. They'll walk it down the tunnel a little bit. Pass down to the wall. Footley over to Baru. Baru back over to Footley. Nope, that's Cole. Cole over to John Fortnite. John Fortnite over to Cole. Footley for the slap.
And like that, we see life from 11.5 not letting Milk2 get too far ahead here before they're able to respawn. And it seems like we're starting to enter a dangerous territory here, being up by 2 with a minute and a half left and an offensive joust here from Milk2. We're going to have to see a quick response here. And I believe this is the quick response right here. We have a race for disc here, but it will be picked up by JMB, throwing this one straight down the middle. Looks like it's going to go just off the head of Cole and picked up by Captain Will. Captain Will going to clear this one into bubble, just narrowly missing that shot there. It will be Captain Will with disc again as we start to crawl towards this final minute of first round. Akon going to try and pass this one off to Paranam. Will not connect. It seems like we have a horde of 11.5 players there able to get that disc cleared out, and it looks like it's going to be floating right towards the middle. And it looks like we have a little bit of a fist fight for disc. Akon just coming out swinging, getting 2 stuns there before able to grab disc. JMB with disc slapping, and it gets picked off by Cole. Here comes that stack of 11.5 and a shot almost going in. And John Fortnite, what a steal by Captain Will to prevent a potentially disastrous offensive run from 11.5. But stunned out, stolen here by Footley into the hands of John Fortnite for 3 to take the lead once again.
Very bad turn of events for Milk2 there. Can still bring it back, maybe. They're going to have a very low chance of, but great 11.5. Good right there, looking really good. And that's what you want to see out of those teams there. It's going to be an offensive joust for Milk2. Milk2's going to clear it. He's going to clear it over. Pass up. 9 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be picked off. That looks like it's going to be the round for now. So that is going to be an 11.5 win there. 13 to 14 for 11.5.
Yeah, just good
Great
stuff there at the end of the round. Yeah, for that round, really stopping that momentum of Milk2 is what gave 11.5 this round. That really unfortunate series of events we saw unfold before John Fortnite nailing that coffin with that 3-pointer, unfortunately. Hi, Bucket. Nice to see you, buddy. But yeah, unfortunate, very unfortunate there with how that turned out, and almost able to walk in that last 2 before getting just mauled by all of the players from 11.5 there right at the end. Let's look at a little bit of stats since we have a little bit of time. Let me talk about possession. 30, it's about 36 more seconds of possession time here for 11.5 than Milk2 so far. It's really come into play here. 11.5 able to slow things down to how they want it to be whenever they are on those offensive pushes, has allowed them to be effective inside of that bubble. But I'm not drinking root beer, Trod. Don't even with me. Dr. Pepper cream soda for life. But anyway,
Stats here looking pretty similar here. Shots taken 50-50, staves 50-50, steals 50-50. So it's pretty even matchups so far. It's going to be an offensive joust here in our second round. See who picks this up.
Yeah, it will be looks like both teams are just taking their time really here. It will be Cole able to pick this one up. Cole with disc gonna get just a nice clean little ender there to kill that entire stack's momentum. Cole still with disc, going for a pass, picked off by Paranam, however. Able to clear this one all the way down into the side of 11.5. Looks like players looking for the disc here, but it will be picked up by John Fortnite John Fortnite with disc down on boot, looking to throw, bounces off bow tie, unfortunately, but Cole there to pick that one up with his stack. Baru looking for the shot here, gonna bounce off that number one defensive player of the entire season, Shield. It'll be Akon with disc, throwing it all the way down, gonna bounce straight up off of root into the hands of Cole Cooper over there on that left cloud before getting stunned out and stolen by JMB. A little bit of a cross pass there to Akon, and Akon for the 2 to open up round 2.
Looks like Milk2's getting their confidence back here to get them down for the 2 early in the round. But there is still 8 minutes left on the clock for 11.5 to maybe put one right here and then maybe put a nail in the coffin. It'll be offensive joust for 11.5. John Fortnite to trap, where Cole will pick up the disc. To pass it over. It gets stolen. Nice steal from Akon there. It's going to be Akon for the 3 to cut it to a 5-point lead.
What a beautiful bottom pocket there from Akon. Able to keep the consistency that we've seen from him since those early seasons. So far back in Vermal. Oh my gosh, that was like 5 years ago now. Gosh, I can't stop thinking about that. But anyways, it'll be John Fortnite clearing this one out. It's going to be Footley with disc, able to get that ender off. Footley looking for the shot, going for the top pocket. Will ding off the ring, unfortunately. Hello, Kroger's, welcome in. But it'll be Paranum with disc, able to get a little clear out here. Will be grabbed up by Cole, however. Cole looking for maybe a shot here, but picked up by Baru. And what a save by Captain Will with the hands there. It'll be JMB with disc now, looking for the clear into the hands of Paranum. Paranum gonna try and throw this one down towards Bubble. Will get picked off, however, by Baru. Baru now with disc, gonna just start to slowly work up. And will get that pass off to John Fortnite. John Fortnite now looking for a cross pass over to Cole. Cole now working up towards that Bubble, looking for the pass to Footley. Footley to John Fortnite, and John Fortnite for 2 to get 11.5 on the board for round 2.
Movement there by 11.5 to cut it down to a 3-point lead here. So we're gonna see if they can come back and get another win here. Milk2's offensive joust. Akon with the disc. Pass it over to Captain Will. Captain Will gets stunned out by John Fortnite. John Fortnite with the disc. Gonna go for the 3. Bounces off that nugget to be picked up by Footley for the 2.
And like that, 11.5 showing that they are still in the game with 4 unanswered now. But we're down to a 1-point lead here for Milk2 as they will take the offensive possession here. Unfortunately, I don't think Milk2 has enough MMR, unfortunately. But this could change. We could see a really big sequence here if they do win, however. Be Akon with disc here, gonna throw it up to JMB. JMB for 2 to get them up by 3.
Beautiful disc movement, beautiful shot. 11.5, as them, you can't just have them to be able to come up and score like that. Pretty much 0 defense on their players there. It's going to be an offensive joust here for 11.5. John Fortnite's going to sit on that, I don't even know, nest for a minute. He's going to pass over to Cole with the disc now. Pass it down to Footley. Footley's going to dance around, go off that boot. Pass it up to Baru. Baru back over to Cole. Cole for the 2.
And like that, we're down to a 1-point lead yet again. 2 highly skilled teams here that are very even right now. Only 1-point difference here as we start to march towards that 5-minute mark here. We got 5.5 minutes left here to play in round 2. Will Milk2 force round 3? We shall see as they will take the offensive joust here. Be a short pass from Akon over to Paranum. Paranum gonna throw this one all the way down to Captain Will off that pyramid, crossing all the way over to JMB. JMB crossing back to Captain Will. Captain Will going to reset back to Akon, who's going to just start to work towards that Bubble. Pass over to JMB. JMB just outside of Bubble, spinning off that post, looking for the top pocket, just missing. John Fortnite gets denied by Shield there before being grabbed up by Footley. Seems like we'll have a loose disc here, actually, as it will be picked up by John Fortnite, just able to get it off before getting stunned out. It'll be another loose disc, actually. Everybody really slow to get to this disc, as Footley will actually be able to pick this one up with that reset from Baru. Footley now on floor, looking for a pass over to Cole. Cole looking to work towards Bubble. Pass down to Baru. Baru gonna walk that one in for 2.
Good movement there of the disc for 11.5 there to cut it down to a 1-point lead. Once again, this is looking like a very good match so far. We're going to have an offensive joust for Milk2 here. Milk2 is going to be picked up by Akon. Akon's going to pass it over to Captain Will. Captain Will's going to pass it down to JMB. JMB's just going to waste some time there. Knows he's ahead. Oh, they're down. Oh, good save by Cole. Cole's going to clear it down. That has a chance. No, it does not. It's going to be stolen by Akon. Akon going to clear it downfield. It looks like it's going to be picked up by Captain Will. Captain Will going to shoot the 3.
And
to
like
make it a
that,
2-point lead.
and like that, Milk2 has retaken the lead here. This is a really super close match here between two very highly skilled teams. But anyways, it looks like we're going to have an offensive joust come in from 11.5. It'll be John Fortnite with disc, throwing that quickly to left tunnel. Nobody's home to pick that one up until Cole's able to get there and grab, looking to reset back to Bowtie into the hands of John Fortnite. John Fortnite on the... I forgot the name station. My bad. But Baru with this one now. Working towards that bubble. Pass to Footley. And Footley just going to kind of backhand that one in to tie up the game 10-10 with, I believe, just under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, looking like a good game so far. Just, yeah. 2:55. 54. It's going to be an offensive joust for Milk2 here. Going to try to score here. To see if they can force the round 3. Almost gets picked off by that backstack. Bounces off. Looks like he's trying to connect to Captain Will. Hits that double D. Captain Will up to Akon for the short pass here. Akon down for the answered JMB for the 2 there.
And it seems like Milk2 is really just trying to keep a lead here. Trying to get downfield quick with offensive possessions just to keep it tied as best as possible. But we will have another offensive joust here coming for 11.5 as we start to march towards that 2-minute mark, getting into some very spicy territory as Cole getting that stun after that steal. Looks for the reset, but nobody's home. But John Fortnite is fortunate enough to be there to recover. Approach from that stack at root. But it looks like they're able to get their passes off, and Footley looking for the 3, just going to be off to the left a little bit. John Fortnite going to headbutt that one. Unfortunate there as JMB picks up this disc. JMB able to ender, almost getting stunned out there by Baru. Not quite able to clear that one, but Cole gets stunned before able to get that one out as an absolute mob of players from Milk2 there to pick that one up before being cleared out once again by 11.5. But JMB will be there to return the favor as Paranym gets this. Paranym to Akon. Akon for 2 to get them up by 4 as we enter the final minute here of round 1. Or round 2, my bad.
Beautiful there. Oh.
You live? Okay. John Fortnite with disc on the station there. Gonna cross pass quickly over to Cole onto that top pyramid. Pass down to Baru, and like that, they are down the field quick as lightning as John Fortnite gets the reset, and he will just kind of hover for a second before being headbutted by that stack from Milk2. Akon and Paranym once again being the disruptors here, but a weird bounce there. Unfortunate as it will be picked up by Paranym. Paranym gonna cross this one over to the stack and will not get picked up. Slapped up and picked up by Cole with the reset here. They have to score now if they want a chance to win this round, and they will put it 14-12 with a 2-point lead here still for Milk2. You're a little laggy. You good? Ooh, I don't think his mic's working. It'll be all right. We're gonna be all right. And we have 10 seconds remaining here as Akon's gonna throw this one quickly down to tunnel. It looks like nobody's gonna be there to pick this disc up until JMB grabs it and slams it to close out this round. 16-12 here for Milk2, and they will force the round 3. That's right, everyone. You're getting a 3-round game here after after the misfortune of last game. We have a forced round 3 here. 13-14, 16-12, and we have one more round of these two teams But anyways, let's look at some stats here. We got 2 points per Paranum, 11 for Akon and JMB, 5 for Captain Will, and we have 8 for Footley and Baru, 5 for John Fortnite, and 5 for Cole. Very spread across the board there for 11.5, as Milk2 seeming to have 2-star players so far on offense here, especially Akon with 11 points and 5 assists. My bad. Only 1 save there. But yeah, it's been a very well back and forth so far between these two teams. Limiting mistakes here is what's going to really see who comes out on top in this match right now, as the mistakes have been absolutely treacherous on both sides. Every time there's been a mistake, either team has been able to capitalize on it and get points. That's what I've noticed here mostly so far. Any observations on your end, Izzy?
Oh, yeah, it's looking like a good here. 11.5 had that momentum going into the second round, but they seem to have lost it, and then Milk2 gained it back real quick and put up those couple points there to give them, of course, a round 3 there. It's going to be a neutral joust here. It's going to be picked up by 11.5. 11.5 is going to clear it. It's going to be picked up by that stack for the quick 3 to start our round 3.
Yeah, just a very, very aggressive push there from 11.5, winning out that neutral joust there in order to get started with a nice little 3-pointer there from Cole. But we'll have Milk2 do the honors here for Milk2. We will have Akon be the QB. It'll be passed all the way downfield. Nice little zigzag all the way down from hand to hand. And everybody should have gotten an assist there, with everybody coming into play for that shot of 2 for Paranum.
Paranum's got that flick down. You're getting an 18 from 6 there. Really hard to save as a goalie. Going to be an offensive joust for 11.5 here. John Fortnite at the QB position. Going to pass it over to Baru. Going to dance around. Reset it back to John Fortnite. Back over to Baru. Baru's going to pass it down to Footley. Footley with the disc now. Going to pass it over to Cole. Cole's going to shimmy around on the bottom there. John Fortnite's going to have the disc now. Walk it over to that sidewall. Going to pass it back to Cole. Cole going to pass it to the backboard where Footley will pick it up. Good save by Captain Will there. To be picked back up by Baru. He's going to pass it back up to Cole on the ceiling there. Going to work towards Bubble a little bit. Going to dance around on that nest. Pass it over to John Fortnite on the pole. John Fortnite's going to back out, reset it to Baru. Slow the things down here. Pass up to Cole. Cole going to dance around on the ceiling. In to Baru for the 2.
Yeah, and it's a 3-point game, 1-score game here with 8 minutes to go. We're really in for a special treat for round 3 here of this match. This whole game so far has been an absolute treat for everyone here on both sides, and especially for the viewers here. And it will be Akon slapping disc off to that left tunnel into the hands of JMB. Quickly sent off the Paranums. Crossover to Captain Will, but gets stunned inside of that bubble before getting picked up by Baru. Baru gonna try and throw this one off left tunnel, but Akon able to get there and pick that one up. Cross pass to Paranum down on boot. Paranum back to Captain Will. Captain Will to JMB, and JMB for the 2 to make it a 1-point game.
Good shot there from JMB. Good pass from Captain Will. Great disc movement from Milk2. Is going to be another offensive joust for 11.5. See if they can take this lead even further, or Milk2 going to come back. John Fortnite at QB here. Going to pass it up to Fully on the ceiling. New setup here. All going to dance around on their backside ceiling. John Fortnite going to work his way. Stay still. Work his way over to that Pac-Man. Going to walk it up to that tunnel there. Going to pass it over to Cole. It's going to bounce off the geode there. It's going to be picked up by JMB. He's going to go try to hit the bounce shot off the backboard. Just barely misses it. Looks like Paranum's going to pick it up. Paranum's going to reset it to Akon. Akon with the disc now. Pass it over to Captain Will. Captain Will down to JMB. Get that pass off quick for the 2 to cut it to a 1-point lead for Milk2 this time.
And like that, Milk2 has taken the lead here, 6-5. Just, oh my gosh, I'm like gripping my chair right now watching this one. I'm having fun just from watching. If you're just getting here, you're in for a treat because John Fortnite's going to throw this one over left tunnel to Cole. Cole going to look for a clear here. We'll bounce it off tunnel into the hands of Footley. Footley going to cross it over to Baru. Baru looking for the 3, but it hitting just off the ring before Footley grabs it and puts it in that top pocket. And the score is 7.
Oh, yep. Good shot there from Footley for the top pocket on the goalie there. Goalie almost had it. Missed by a couple inches, but this is a game of inches. There's going to be offensive joust from Milk2 here. Akon with the disc now. Akon going to pass it over to the tunnel where JMB will pick it up. JMB is going to cross it over to the other tunnel. Captain Will. Captain Will's going to pass it back over to JMB. Captain Will's going to stun out that front stack. John Fortnite going to push the disc. It's going to be picked up by Captain Will. Captain Will's going to pass it down to Paranim. Paranim's going to pass it up into that trench. It's going to bounce around. Be a free disc here. It looks like it's going to be picked up by the stack. Bounces off the wall. I think he headbutted there. Going to be picked back up by Baru. Baru going to walk it up now. Just going to dance around on that wall. Try to pull out some defenders. Reset it to Cole. Cole's going to pass it over to John Fortnite in the tunnel there. John Fortnite going to pull a defender. Going to pass it down to Footley. Footley looking for a shot. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Bounces off of that D-ring. The ding ring there. Could look like he's trying to... Gonna almost clear it out. Gonna be a self pass here for Paranim. Paranim maybe gonna try to put one in here for 3. That Stack's gonna get there first. Gonna pass it up to Akon. Akon gonna pass it back to Paranim. Paranim gonna flick it in for 2.
And like that, Milk2 has taken back the lead. Just an incredible back and forth we have seen here from both these teams so far. I'm like genuinely enjoying this game. What a match we are having here as we are in the final round. We have 4 minutes to go in the final round for this game. It will be John Fortnite with disc up here on Nest. He's going to throw it all the way across over to that left trap into the hands of Baru. Baru looking to reset back to John Fortnite before John Fortnite throwing it over to that right tunnel into the hands of Cole. Wary of that stack that's been just so pessimistic this game of Akon and Paranim before Footley goes and resets back to John Fortnite. John Fortnite with this now, looking to pass over to Cole, will not connect, and it will be JMB to pick this one up and trying to clear that one out left tunnel. It will get stuck in that tunnel before Cole is able to pick up here. Cole gonna bounce this one up, trying to get that pass off to Baru, will succeed. Baru with the shield, gets stunned out himself, and John Fortnite has disc, and they have no one in goal, and it looks like they're able to reset their defense just in time before John Fortnite looked for the shot. Getting the cross pass to Baru to Footley, just missing that one. Akon able to get this one up before being picked up by Cole. Cole gonna throw this one down floor into the hands of Footley. Over to John Fortnite, and John Fortnite for 2 to take the lead here for 11.5.
A very good dunk there from John Fortnite. Look like Prime Braun out there. Beautiful passes. It's going to be an offensive joust for Milk2. It's a 1-point lead for 11.5. Akon going to pass it over to the tunnel where JMB will pick it up. JMB's going to miss that clear. It's going to be picked up by Baru here. I think it was John Fortnite that passed it there. They're going to J-train a second there. Pass it over to Footley. There is a goalie. John Fortnite with a disc now. Gets stunned. Good still. It's going to be bounces off the wall. There's going to be picked up by Captain Will. Captain Will's going to pass it down to JMB. JMB going to try to clear it out. Self passes somehow. Captain Will with the disc now. Pass it to that. Paranim with the disc. Paranim with the disc still. Going to dance around on the ceiling there. It's going to be picked up by John Fortnite off the missed pass there. Looks like it's going to be picked up by that 11.5 stack. Going to go for the 3. Gets picked up by someone. It's going to be Captain Will with the disc now. Captain Will could have passed it over to Paranim. Paranim going to throw it downfield. It's going to bounce off that wall. Cole's going to... Baru's going to pick it up. John Fortnite with the disc now. I'm going to clear it downfield. Going to bounce off that Pac-Man. It's going to be Akon with the disc, but gets stunned out. Footley, I guess tried to reset it there, but it bounced off the bow tie. It's going to be picked up by Paranim. Paranim going to clear it downfield. Go for that bounce 3. It's going to be picked up by Captain Will to put it into 2 to make it a 1-point lead for Milk2.
Yeah, just costly mistakes on both ends there from both teams there that led to eventually a take back in the lead here for Milk2. A 1-point game here in this is it? This is the final minute of round 3. Who is going to take it away? Will it be Milk2 able to defend here, or is it going to be 11.5 able to put in the final nail in the coffin? John Fortnite going to try and clear this one out to the center. Will be grabbed here by Akon, actually. Akon going to clear it out, just getting it past John. It will be Akon trying to be the first one there. Cole almost getting it, but Captain Will able to reset that one back to Akon as he looks for the reset back to Paranum. Paranum with this now, going to get that cross bounce over there to JMB. Trying to get it down, will be picked up by Paranum, and they are just outside of that 11.5 bubble. They are knocking at the door here, but it's going to be picked off here by Cole, and we are in a dangerous spot now as we enter the final 30 seconds. Baru with this, just missing a little high and wide to the right, as Captain Will actually lose tracking there, not able to throw that one, but Cole with this now, going to pass down to Footley on floor. Footley in bubble, Footley for 2! And I believe we actually have a couple seconds left here. Or maybe that was it. Maybe this is it.
Nope, that's
this is it. 11.5 will take it with a last second shot to close it out. What a game. Good game on both ends from both teams. What a match. And 11.5 will walk away with the dub this time. But wow, is all I have to say. What a impressive match. Impressive from both teams, and a preview for what we'll get in finals from 11.5 here. Any thoughts, Izzy? After what a game.
I'm at a loss for words for that one there. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful there from both teams. Milk2 just got the unfortunate end of that. Losing by 1 there. Just unfortunate. Couldn't keep the disc out of 11.5's hands. Couple mess ups there. I think they're going to be good next season, though.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Both of these teams hopefully will stay together in the offseason, because I really want to see these two teams play again in next season. I really hope so. But anyways, we have a match coming up here in 17 minutes for y'all. The next game we will have will be Conch Goblins versus Nexus. So we will be back here shortly. But once again, GG's, a beautiful game here we had between two fantastic teams. But I guess we'll see 11.5 in the finals. And it's been a hard-fought season here for Milk2. Coming in a little bit later in the season, fighting all the way to the end. Good game. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. We aren't done just yet. We have another game coming up here in 15 minutes, and we have one for y'all coming up at 12 Eastern. So we got a midnight game for y'all. But anyways, that is going to be it. We're going to take us a short break here in the caster's booth. So we'll see y'all in a few minutes. Thank you, Izzy, for casting with me today. As always,
You're
thank
welcome.
you. And
It was fun. Fun.
For
First
sure.
time back in a little bit.
Oh yeah, it has been a little bit, but and also thank you to our amazing camera operator that's always here. Thanks, Trod. But anyways, that'll be it for now. We'll be back shortly.
Trot, I'm going to get you a card. I'm going to figure out your address and send it to you. Because you're the best.